I finally got around to cataloging most of my games and console collection. And there's an app called Game Eye. We're not sponsored by them, but it's a really good app that I've been told about. So I finally went in and did it. You can kind of scan your games in. It makes the process very easy. So I posted this over on X, and I posted like a lot of, if anybody had any guesses on the value of my game collection. Now, you can see a lot of it behind me over here. I have a lot of games in box behind me right here. I actually added some new shelves over here. This is kind of like my collectible stuff on this side. But I generally am in front of it, so you can't really see it.
I like the IKEA cubes.
Yeah, that's it. You're 100% right. I took the IKEA cubes and I've, pixelized them back here. Thank you, Blabs. Appreciate that. So I have 181 games right now. Now I have sold off some in the past. At one point, the collection may have been possibly 1,000 games, right? But this collection, as it stands right now, I haven't scanned in all the new stuff. It's all just mainly classic stuff that I've scanned in. I have 181 games in there. So I was curious if you guys had any interest in playing the Price is Right game to see how much my collection could potentially be worth.
Yes.
Okay. Blabs, you want to start? 181. Let me just kind of give you a quick overview. 181 games, 9 systems, 1 peripheral, and it has a couple toys in there as well. So 193 items listed on Game Eye for me. Blabs, you get to start first.
Oh, I actually have a question about that though. Like, are these like brand new, used games?
These have all been used at some point.
Okay.
Some are in box, some are complete in box. So there's a wide variety. I would say that 80% of the games are just games by themselves. But as you can see behind me, these are pretty much the main ones that are that have the boxes and stuff. So yes. Okay.
See, that's gonna be very hard to determine because of that. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go 500, give or take. $500.
$500 for my entire
because
collection.
I don't know if what you have is like worth it, if it's like open and everything, and the ones that are sealed are obviously more valuable, but you don't have that many of those.
Okay. Blabs with 500. Let's go to Phoenix next. Phoenix, my collection behind me. What are your thoughts?
25,000. I think you keep only the really rare ones. Sure, you've got some ones that have sentimental value, of course, but you're a man that doesn't want clutter, so you're holding on to those personal items, but mostly also rare and potentially very worth a lot of money. I'm going 25,000.
Okay. Leaflet.
I was thinking about it. I think it's probably going to be like 12,000, I think.
12,000?
Damn, okay. I guess I really undershot it.
Okay. Well, let me kind of give you a couple. I do have some rarities here. And I've talked about these in the past, but I figured I can...
Concord doesn't count.
Concord is listed in my collection. Would you like to know the current value of Concord? Concord complete in box listed at $25 right now.
Oh,
so my investment has gone down. So I have 2 copies of Concord.
It went down after what you paid for it then.
Yes.
That is awful. That's like half off, 50% off.
I have lost money on my investment. Now, let me kind of tell you the overall value. Chat, by all means, you guys fire out some questions. I see a lot of people guessing. I see 13,000. I see 12,000. I see 20,000. I see 10,000, 1,500, 8,200. The chat's going crazy here. The total value of my collection without my new games as of this second, and there are some other things that I need to add on to it, currently sits at $20,617.
Nice.
Wow.
Phoenix was closest without, well, I guess he went over. Close, you did go over. Now, most of my collection isn't worth a whole lot. It is anchored by 2 main pieces. One is this right here. See that DuckTales right there?
Is that a lunchbox?
That is a DuckTales lunchbox.
That's adorable.
That was sent to press only. There was
cool.
150 of them sent out, and I was one of them. That was sent out for the DuckTales Remastered. And the value of that, apparently, as of this, is $8,809.
Hang on. And you just have that. No. Let's talk about this for a second. As a collector myself, you have that on the very edge of that freaking cube that it can just fall over and get scratched on. Are you insane?
Who's gonna touch it?
You know they sell acrylic cases for displays, right? Put that in a case. Hello, and protect
right
your
there.
investments.
I'm not gonna touch it. It's just there.
What if your dog accidentally hits it with his tail or something, or you are carrying something out of your room and you whack it? That is a terrible, terrible spot. I'm just telling you right now.
You're freaking out. You're freaking out about things.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
She has a good point.
It's actually a really bad idea.
You gotta protect it.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll think about it.
They have lots of cases, acrylic cases you can get. They can even make custom sized ones just for that.
Okay. Well, maybe I should do it for the next thing that is anchoring my collection. Right.
Yeah.
So that's worth almost $8,800. The next thing I have that is worth anything of value is the Star Fox Super Weekend cart. Now, this is a demo cart, which, by the way, was given to me by a fan many years ago at an event. I think that they probably regret that. But this Star Fox Super Weekend cart is very valuable, valued at $2,534 right now. So, and this is a competition cart that that was only given out to a few folks, and you can kind of see it over. I'm sharing my screen here, Phoenix. This is exactly what it looked like. You would go in, loose price, $2,500 right here. So it has obviously gone up over time, and I'll probably hold on to this. And finally, the last thing that is anchoring my collection is
championship?
What's that?
Is it championship?
No, I do not own the Nintendo World Championship. But I wish I did, because my value would be considerably more than that. So, but yes, the final thing is a Turok 2 Seeds of Evil demo, not for resale, which currently has a value of $2,100. So I'm trying to find it over on price charting, but it's around. So I'll see if I can find it. But it was a standalone demo. Our standalone cart, just like the other one, the Star Fox Super Weekend, which also was given to me by a fan, which is I don't deserve that. So
wow, you got some good fans there. Wow.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to continue to give me all their super rare games, by all means, I will accept it. Here is, let's see if I can find that. I can't even find it on price charting, but so what about the most expensive games that I own that are complete in box?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah, so Super Metroid is worth $350. I have Mario RPG worth $250. Link to the Past worth $180. I have a complete in box Super Mario Brothers 3 right here, the yellow one right there. That's worth $180. Mega Man X complete in box $165. I own Mega Man 5 loose, which apparently that's a very rare game. Mega Man 5 is worth $132. So, those are some of the more high value things that I have in my collection. And I thought it was pretty fun to kind of go through and do this. I spent about 2-3 hours kind of going through, but that app Game Eye is really, really good. Really enjoyed using it. Fun. You can just kind of scan things in with their barcode, or you can just kind of take a picture of it and it'll automatically add to your collection, and very much enjoyed it. So yeah. So that got me thinking, what about y'all's collections? I know, Blabs, we talked about your collection a lot. Leaflet, do you collect games?
Not really, but I probably have a lot of old games. I've got RPG, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger. I've got old ones, but I don't really collect for collecting's sake. It's more I played them, right?
Yeah, right. Well, Phoenix, what about you?
Yeah, I've got quite a bit, and that Game Eye app was amazing because it opened up my eyes to how much all that stuff is worth. So feel free to rob my home if you're in the area. Yeah, no, but I did. I was actually fortunate enough to collect back when prices were far more reasonable than after the vid issue that we had. I would say like I've got a lot of stuff, and I've bigger than what I'm about to say, but I'd say my favorite rare thing I own is the Blockbuster Stunt Racer 64. That's one of my favorites, as well as the Nintendo 64 Clay Fighter, the director's. I think it was the director's cut.
The one that was exclusive. Yeah, the one that was exclusive to Blockbuster.
Yeah. I got those for like nothing back in the day. Because I was collecting really young, right out of college. I was already collecting stuff because it was so cheap. You'd even just go to GameStop and they had a lot of this stuff that they were just almost giving away because no one wanted it. Back then, it was always about the most current thing that was out. So I made off like a bandit.
Jeez Louise, yeah. So you have the one on the N64 from Blockbuster.
Yeah,
right?
Nothing is. I don't have anything really boxed. All loose.
That's odd. Well, that one it was called Sculptor's Cut for the N64. The cartridge alone ranges between $850 and $1,200, Phoenix. So that is truly spectacular. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. If you had it in box,
it's like $3,000.
The price, $15. No.
Oh,
$5,000 complete right there.
All right. Well, I'm going to be printing that and passing it off as legit. Cool. Thank you.
Right. And you can buy a house if you have the graded version of it. So, well, maybe you can't buy a house, but you can put a sweet down payment on a house. There you go. All right. Little collecting talk. Always love that. That's wonderful stuff. All right. Let's see. We had Joey says, I just looked up Super Mario World in graded condition on price charting, and it's $20,000. That's insane.
Wow. I don't understand. How is that? I don't understand how that's possible. They're so readily available. What am I missing?
Yeah, how does price charting work? Is that what it's showing as what people are listing them as on eBay, or is that like actually sold on eBay, sold listings?
I think it's based off things that have been sold. Yes.
I would hope so. Otherwise, I mean, you can just shoot any number you want on eBay, and if somebody buys, it buys,
Value is only what people are willing to pay for it at the end of the day, right? So if someone doesn't see, like my Game Eye says my collection's worth $20,000, right? It may be worth $30,000 to somebody else, maybe worth $10,000 to somebody else. Maybe it's only, things are only worth what people are willing to pay for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course, but there is a difference, I think, in looking at sold or just shooting a number out there and see what happens.
Do you have common sense? Well, if you did, you'd hit the subscribe button right here.